All right, pre-algebra, continuing on with polynomials today, and we're going to be talking about subtracting polynomials. Yesterday we talked about adding, but what I want to remind you as we start this off is the definition for subtraction really is subtraction is adding the opposite. Remember back in 6th grade when we had a funeral for subtraction, okay, because subtraction really is adding the opposite, or the additive inverse is another way that we can say opposite. And we're going to be using that principle over and over again in this lesson as we work on subtracting polynomials. Okay, first of all, I just want to review additive inverses. If we have a polynomial of 3x plus 4, what is the additive inverse of 3x plus 4? That means what is the opposite of each one of those terms? So the opposite of 3x would be negative 3x. The opposite of adding 4 would be subtracting 4. So the additive inverse of the polynomial 3x plus 4 is negative 3x minus 4. What about 2y minus 6? The opposite of 2y is negative 2y. The opposite of subtracting 6 is adding 6. Negative x squared plus 2x minus 5. The opposite of negative x squared is x squared. The opposite of positive 2x or adding 2x is subtracting 2x. The opposite of negative 5 or subtracting 5 is adding 5. Okay, so just make sure you're comfortable with opposites slash additive inverses. Remember, those terms are synonymous with one another. So example number 1, find the opposite of x squared minus 3x plus 4. We're just going to find the additive inverse or the opposite of each one of the terms in this trinomial. So x squared becomes negative x squared, negative 3x or subtracting 3x. The additive inverse of that would be to add 3x. The additive inverse of adding 4 would be subtracting 4. That's it, okay? Skill check number 1 says find the opposite. I'm just going to work through, let's say 3 and 4, okay? Negative 2x plus 5x plus 6, okay? 3x squared minus 4xy plus 7y squared. Very straightforward as we start this, okay? Example number 2, subtract, okay? Subtract. So what we're going to do is we're going to change these subtraction problems into addition problems, which is why we did some practice with finding the additive inverses. So we're going to go 15x, and instead of subtracting this binomial, we are going to add the inverse, okay? Or the additive inverse. So 15x plus, so we change our subtraction to addition. And what is the opposite or additive inverse of negative 2x? That is 2x. What is the additive inverse of negative 8y? That is 8y. So now we have 15x plus 2x plus 8y. Find your like terms, x and x, 17x plus 8y. And that is as simple as that one can get. Okay, example number 3, subtract. We're subtracting a binomial from another binomial. We keep the first one the same. We change this subtraction to addition, and we add the opposites. So the opposite of positive 3x in here is negative 3x, so plus negative 3x, okay? And the opposite of plus 4y, okay, is minus 4y. Now find your like terms. 5x minus 2x plus negative 3x is the same as subtracting 3x. So 5x minus 2x is 3x, okay? And I think I wrote down, whoops, pause. Sorry about that. I'm not going to go back and stop doing what I was doing. I just recognized that I did x there. So 5x minus 2y minus negative 3x minus 4y. Okay, that's better. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. 5x minus 3x, that gives us 2x. Negative 2y minus 4y gives me a minus 6y. And that's as simple as we can get that one. Skill check number 2, keep the first binomial the same. Change the subtraction to addition and add the opposites. So now 2x becomes negative 2x, minus 5 becomes plus 5. Now find your like terms. 4x minus 2x is 2x, 1 plus 5 is plus 6, so that's number 3. Number 4, keep the first binomial the same. change the subtraction to addition and add the opposites. Minus x plus minus 9, okay? So now we have negative 3x plus negative x. That's going to give me a negative 4x. Positive 3 plus negative 9 gives me a minus 6. And that's as simple as that one can get. If you're going to practice with number 1 in that skill check box, the answer is 6x minus 3. And number 2, the answer is 3x minus 8. Okay, continuing on with some examples. Example number 4. Now we have trinomials. We're still going to do the same thing. Keep the first trinomial the same. Change this subtraction to addition and add the opposite terms of everything in these parentheses. So 2x squared becomes negative 2x squared. Positive 6x becomes negative 6x. Negative 4 becomes positive 4. Find your like terms. 8x squared minus 2x squared is 6x squared. Those are gone. Negative 9x minus 6x gives me a minus 15x. Those x terms are gone. Negative 3 plus 4 gives me plus 1. 6x squared minus 15x plus 1. And that's all done. Okay. Example number 5, we're subtracting trinomials again. Actually, we're subtracting a trinomial from a polynomial that has 4 terms. Keep the first one the same. Change this to addition and add the opposites. Negative 7x squared plus 6x plus 4. X cubed is all alone. No one for that to combine with. 2x squared minus 7x squared gives me minus 5x squared. Negative 9x plus 6x gives me minus 3x. Plus 14 plus 4 gives me plus 18. And that is as simple as we can get that one. Example number 6, subtracting some binomials. 2x cubed minus 1, change the subtraction to addition, add the opposites. Negative 6x squared plus minus 8x, okay? 2x cubed is all alone, no one to combine with. Minus 6x squared, all alone, no one to combine with. Minus 8x minus 1. Notice that I have written all of those in descending order of their exponents, okay? That is key. Skill check number 3, there's a whole bunch of them in here. Let's do number 3, 6, and 7 together. Negative 3x squared minus 5x plus 17. Change the subtraction to addition, add the opposites. Okay, whoops. That should be plus 23. There we go. Okay, negative 3x squared minus 7x squared. That gives me a negative 10x squared. Those are gone. Negative 5x minus 6x gives me a negative 11x. Those are gone. And positive 17 plus 23 gives me plus 40. That's as simple as that one can be. 6, we're going to go a to the 4th plus negative 3a cubed plus negative 2a squared plus 5a plus negative 1. Okay, which ones can I combine? None of them, actually, none of them at all. Isn't that a funny little problem? So a to the 4th minus 3a cubed minus 2a squared plus 5a minus 1. Written in descending order of their powers. Last one, 6x to the 4th minus 8x cubed minus 5x squared plus 13x minus 6. Change this to addition and add all of the opposites. Negative 4x cubed, 8x squared, positive 8x squared, plus negative 15x, okay? 6x to the fourth, that's the only one to the fourth, so that stays. Negative 8x cubed minus 4x cubed, that becomes 12x cubed. Negative 5x squared plus 8x squared, negative 5 plus 8, 3x squared. 13x minus 15x gives me a minus 2x. Minus 6, written in descending order of our powers. Nothing else I can do. That's as simple as I can make that one. If you want to practice, number 1, 2x squared plus 2x plus 7. Number 2, 5x squared minus 2x minus 3. Number 4, a squared plus 8a plus 7. And number 5, 3z cubed minus 5z squared minus 10z plus 11 for that one. And that is this lesson.